Good morning, friends. Welcome to Akulmach Live, and my name is Chandrakant. Just in case if you don't remember, I meet you every day with the pressing business solution tips and tricks every day in the morning. All right. And by the way, we are live on all social media platforms. If you want to join with your camera and microphone, you want to have discussion with me live right now, all lines are open. You can join this live stream. Process for joining this live stream is given in the description below. So as I mentioned, all lines are open. I am waiting for you. Please join with your mic and camera. All right, let's proceed. As the subject you might have seen is that it's about branding. How do you build your killer brand using the online mechanism? And so this is what we will discuss today in a very precise, concise manner. If you have any questions, feel free to send it across. All right. As you know that I'm actually coming out with a detailed webinar on how do you create online niche. That is something which is coming up tomorrow between 4 to 5 p.m. This webinar is going to tell you how you can build your online niche, which will add to your branding in a step-by-step format. The link for joining this webinar tomorrow is in the description. Kindly click on the link and reserve your seats. All right, let's move ahead. So as you know, the first point that we want to discuss about building your super amazing brand using online mechanism. First we have to define the mission of the company. What is your expertise? As I have already told you, that you must create your sweet spot, you must create your niche, you must have some sort of competitive analysis, especially when it comes to online space. So you need to define your niche area, niche points before you start building your brand, because the major component of your brand is coming directly from the niche area. It's completely derived out of niche area and your competitiveness in the online space. And today what is going on is most of the time you are competing with your online player, even though you have a business which is a physical business, but your customer acquisition, your branding, everything is online, everything has moved online. So therefore it is important for you to assess, to derive, to understand what is that you are very good at, what is the one activity in which you excel, and in that one activity nobody can give you competition, nobody can defeat you. So you need to identify that, and that will help you create a niche in the market. And that niche, if you are able to create that niche in the market, almost like majority of that niche will create the brand value for you. And since I mentioned that it is online, you need to use all the mechanisms which are available for online brand building. But first step is, if you have not created a niche, you don't have any expertise, you don't have any ROI statement, if you do not have any competitive analysis, if you do not know what you're doing good, which others are not able to match in terms of service levels, in terms of quality, then your brand will not be as strong as you want it to be. So that is number one trick. Kindly identify what is that you're good at, what is the one thing which makes you tick, what is that one thing which makes you different from others. So that is point number one. Point number two is, you need to basically look at where are your audience. Once you have created the niche, you need to find out where your audience are, where your clients are. Are they in physical world, or are they reaching out to you online? Do they like speaking to you? Do they like receiving SMSs or messages from you? Do they prefer engagement via an app? So you need to understand which segment of your society you are trying to lure, which segment of the customers that you're trying to appeal to. So it is important for you to know where are these customers, which part of the world they are located. So are there any language barriers, or are you looking at international market, how they reach out to you, and how they perceive your niche area. So in order to create that that area or that comfort level with your clients, you need to basically come out with some sort of feedback forms. When you actually come out with these feedback forms, you will be able to understand what client are expecting from you, because in the end of the day, clients are paying you money. They are paying you money, they are taking your services, and they are expecting that the money that they are paying you must give them return of almost like 100%. So if you are not able to deliver that, then obviously there is something wrong. So first of all, create your niche area, then look for the clients, then also identify where these clients are. Are they online? So if they are in online space, it's very simple. You can actually run a campaign to let these people know that these are the expertise that you have, these are the sweet spots that you have, and therefore you will have very good chance of delivering what the clients are expecting. And in order to get that feedback from the client, you please have some sort of very short survey forms. It should not happen that you have too many questions, like 10 questions. Keep very short, 5 questions, and that 5 question must give you that feedback from them directly from your customer base or your prospects. And many times you can actually call them, many times you can send them an email asking them to fill a form. If nobody is coming forward or trying to fill a form, you can actually say that okay, there will be extra discount or extra extra fee if you fill this form, because getting feedback from the market is very important for you in order to build your brand. It's a never-ending process. It's an ongoing process. You cannot ignore it. If you ignore it, then your brand will first of all never reach that level, and second, it will not give you the desired result. So what is the third point? The third point is how do you develop the visuals and the voice that is backing your, or music, background music, that is making your brand recognized instantly. So maybe it's a color, maybe it's a background color, maybe it is something which is making sure that when hundreds of people watch your content, your promo, they will immediately understand, oh, this is coming from this this particular brand. So many times people actually choose the color palette and patent that, so that nobody should be able to copy. For example, a lot of large companies have patented their color palette. For instance, IBM has done that, Coca-Cola has done that. There are several others who actually say that this is their color, because previously that color is not used by any other brand, at least not patented or registered as a specific color or trademark as a specific color for your brand. Then you can also give some identifications. You can say that okay, if I play this anthem, this music, then people should recognize, even without looking at your promo in the television, they should recognize that okay, if this music is coming, this must be coming from such and such brand. So you could use that. So do whatever it takes to make your brand quite unique. It must stand out. Why it is important? Because when it comes to branding, you should not be falling into a me too syndrome. You should not be becoming part of me too, that oh, if 100 others are doing it, I am also doing it, there is nothing called there is no uniqueness in you. Then your message will not be read, because even if you play your message, then it will look like that some other brand is actually being promoted here. So that is why it is important to make sure that your brand must have something specific. Your brand promotion must have something specific, like colors, logos, music, actors. If you look at some of these film stars, they actually become brand promotional ambassador for years, for decades. They never change them. So you know that if this particular actor is talking about something, it must be that brand. So something like that you must do I'm not saying that you hire expensive brand ambassador, but at least start from the beginning. Start setting up colors, start setting up a design logo, start setting up an ambience, so that your brand is recognized immediately as soon as you start to play your promo, or you start to appear in some sort of content, whether print or a video content. What is the last point? Last point is you should never dilute, because this is a section where I will give you tips. You should never dilute brand. It should not happen that once you decided that this is the way your brand will go, and then suddenly after 6 months you realize, okay, I should do something else. I should change the color, I should change the logo, I should change everything. These are the things you cannot change in a jiffy. A brand, once it is once you start building, once you start putting revenue into the brand, then you cannot take that revenue out, or you cannot take that branding out, because it basically the brand value grows little by little every day. But after 6 months you suddenly change your logo, you suddenly changed the color, you change the messaging, then whenever you do that, then the new logo or the new color will have to restart the whole process again, and whatever you have done in last 6 months goes waste. So make sure that you must have some sort of plan. Don't start any branding activity, but at least plan what is that you're going to do in next 2 years. What are the baby steps you will take over next 1 year? So if you plan all of these, then your investment will pay off. Otherwise, what will happen is that you will be doing a lot of work, and your brand value will never get built. Even if it is built, and if you remove something from there, it will get eroded. Second thing is, keep your customer happy. Never, if there is an unhappy customer, please go extra mile to ensure that the customer remains happy. If the customer is not happy, one customer is not happy, that feedback, if it comes in public, will erode your brand overnight. So you are actually investing in brand building, and then you're continuing with your business, and you have already spent 1 year, you have invested some amount in advertising, in content creation, in logo creation, patenting your brand, etc. All of these things you have done, and then suddenly there is a small feedback. The 1 year work will completely get eroded. We know what has happened to even large corporations. In bad news comes, then the confidence of the people goes down drastically. So to build things up, it takes a lot of time. To destroy them, it takes hardly 1 day. So make sure that you are cognizant of the fact that your brand value is the most important thing in your business. Closing the deal is also important, but then if your brand is not there, no deals will get closed. Remember that. So ensuring that your brand value remains at the top. You should never get your brand should not get associated with low quality, low turnaround time, bad delivery, etc. Because if that happens, then it will be kind of a very wrong thing for your business overall. So these are the 3-4 quick tips I thought I will provide you. And if you want to know how you can actually identify your niche in an online space, join the webinar which is coming up tomorrow between 4 to 5 India time. During this webinar, I will tell you step by step all the methods which are required to build your brand in an online space, because online is a totally different beast. Link to join this webinar is given in the description. Click on that and reserve your seat. I will catch you tomorrow between 4 to 5, and we will share amazing discussions and tips and tricks during this webinar. All right. So thanks friends for watching me live, and I will catch you again tomorrow in the next one. Bye for now.